The rivalry is always about coaches. Ryan Day, his first game for Ohio State, Michigan. Jim Harbaugh, his fifth. Neither of them has won in this game. What does this mean for these two coaches on Saturday? Nathan Baird, what's this mean for Ryan Day?
You know, I know that people will want to say that it has a lot to do with the rivalry, that you have to come out and kind of stake your claim in the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry and prove that you can win this game. And those things may be important in a larger scheme to fans. I think that's a long-term thing. I think for this season, it's a big game for Ryan Day because he still hasn't done what he has to do on Saturday, which is take his team into a rival's arena, or a rival stadium like Michigan Stadium, and play a team as good as Michigan and beat them. That's still something this team hasn't accomplished here. For all of the things this team has done, that's still something that it hasn't proven it can do, just because that's how the schedule's worked out. None of the other teams on their road schedule were especially good this year. I think that's maybe what the most important test for this coach and really for the team, but specifically for Ryan Day. You've got a moment here. You've got an 11-0 team. You're number one in the college football playoff. It's going to be the toughest game probably to win that you've had all season. How do you carry forward what you've had through these first 11 weeks, both momentum and just the opportunity? How do you keep seizing that in a challenge as tough as the one that you're going to have on Saturday?
Stephen, what's this mean for Jim Harbaugh, who's 0-4 so far?
Yeah, I think in a way Ryan Day gives Jim Harbaugh kind of a fresh start at this rivalry, because it's one thing that you're 0-4 against Ohio State since you've been hired as Michigan's coach, but you're 0-4 against a legend, and that Ryan Day's not that legend. He's in his first year, as Nathan just explained, he still hasn't done anything either. So both guys are kind of even in this. We're coming into it, and the challenge is, okay, if you win this game on Saturday, okay, you just couldn't beat Urban Meyer. Well, there's a lot of people who couldn't beat Urban Meyer when he was at Ohio State. As a matter of fact, only nine people were able to beat him at the entire time he was here, and a lot of those were the same team a lot of the time. If you lose to a first-year head coach in Ryan Day, who has never been a head coach on any level of college football, then we're having a different conversation of, okay, you couldn't just beat Urban Meyer. Well, maybe you're just not the guy who's going to be able to beat Ohio State.
The first game matters in a lot of this. Bo Schembechler, his first game at Michigan, in the first game in the rivalry in 1969, he upsets number one Ohio State. That gets Bo Schembechler off to a great start. Urban Meyer, 2012, beats Michigan, finishes an undefeated season. Jim Tressel gets hired, comes on the scene, says, we're going to make you guys proud of us in Michigan. He wins in 2001, gets a good start after John Cooper had so many problems against Michigan. John Cooper starts off and loses his first game against Michigan, and we see how that goes for John Cooper. It is very important. Woody Hayes lost his first game to Michigan in 1951. So I think everybody needs to keep that in mind for Ryan Day. Yes, this is a defining thing for every coach in this rivalry. But it's the most defining thing for a coach when you come in and you're trying to flip it. Ryan Day is trying to keep something going. If it doesn't go Ohio State's way on Saturday, it's not like the end of Ryan Day, right? Because Michigan's eventually going to win. I think in a lot of ways, the intangibles favor Michigan in this game with a lot of things going on right now. The one thing is, every time Jim Harbaugh doesn't beat Ohio State, it feels like it makes it a little more pressure for him to beat them the next time. So Jim Harbaugh feels that. Jim Harbaugh is 0-4. I think Michigan has a shot here. He's been close a couple times. I think Ryan Day will be okay either way, believe it or not, Saturday. Jim Harbaugh's got to get one of these eventually. Day, Harbaugh, Stephen, Nathan, Doug. Ann Arbor, Saturday, cleveland.com.